Hey guys, it is me, Kisame Unlimited.
And me, Spidey, is 24. And today we're here to do a Banlist Banter. If you don't know what a Banlist Banter is, it's basically one of those videos that you never watch, but we keep on making them anyway.
Hello, I'm the Fairy, and you're watching Underground YGO with Spidey and Kisame.
So in this video, the card that I'm talking about that I want to see from that's at 3 running around that needs to get banned is the Moon Crescent of Heaven Link Monster. Ban it.
Okay. I'm going to be talking about a card that's banned, and I'm going to have it go to, I want to say 1, but I guess I'll say semi-limited just to kind of break it in fairly. I want to see Ultimate Offerings come back.
Oh, I can see that card coming back. Those are those that power crap. We don't need it. You have to set it and wait. I
know that there are probably ways that you can get it off probably maybe earlier where you can activate it right away, but it's I'm in the back of my mind, I'm sure there are ways to abuse it and probably ways that you could consistently search your deck and play it and keep going from there. But in all honesty, I'm kind of
decks that I can see playing it that would could potentially abuse it are the decks like Trap Tricks and Labyrinth. And they already have all their own built-in stuff. It's why would they want that? They don't need an extra normal summon. They can get their
Trapper's good, definitely.
Maybe, but they get enough within their own built-in stuff.
What about fucking gadgets? No kidding.
Oh my god! no.
You summon, you search. You summon, you search.
You summon and search, and then what? Then what? Then what? How many rank 4s
can you look like that? I would like to do, you know what it is? It's just Ultimate Offerings kind of obviously from our earlier days when we were way younger in the game, and I just kind of have a little bit of a soft spot for an OG card like that to be you know what? Fuck it.
It can come to 3. You can put that card to 3. Nobody's playing that. I understand that, yes, back in the day, there's the infinite loops and everything like that can be played along with it. Mm-hmm. But I think in today's game, the fact that it is a trap card, people don't even look at trap cards if their name isn't Imperm and evenly matched. If you're not one of those 2 cards that can be played from their hand, nobody's looking at that because nobody's setting a card and then waiting, and then you can't even use it on.
I'm saying I would actually. I'm sure that there's a legit, actual more of a well, technically this other card exists, so as long as this other card exists. Ultimate Offering can't come back. And I personally, I'm not even going to level with you, I don't know what that card is. But, in all honesty, I would like to see Ultimate Offerings come back. Just because, I like the hype of just the OG-ness of it. And I don't even know if it would even be that meta-relevant where I feel because, like he said, I personally feel it got power crept out of the game. Not a lot of decks really that's not really going to tip a deck over to the next level. Because unless you have some active way to get it activated immediately. In my honest,
Jake, not Jake.
Oh, I feel personally, it's I do like the idea of it coming back. I personally thought that there was a specific reason. I knew about the gadgets, but I didn't know this. Well, to be fair, it's as long as it has to be set prior, you know what? If it takes you all that, if you are able to set that, keep it on the board, and have it go to your turn, and you didn't get swamped over it, I personally say go for it. Mm-hmm. Especially if it's at is my hair fucked up?
No.
You keep looking at
No, I was looking at you. I was you do your thing.
Oh, because you were looking higher. I was is this something wrong?
No, you're perfectly fine. I was just I was giving you the runway.
But yeah, it's I feel if you have to still wait, if that's the case, then put it to 1.
Put it to 3! Nobody's playing that.
Yeah, I was going to say that, yeah.
Nobody's playing it. This is one of those older cards that just, yes, it was a very troublesome, some would say, back in the day. And I can understand, but the game is so fast now, it's by the time you play it, the game is over. There is not one Omni negate that's oh my god, Ultimate Offering, my one weakness, no! Nobody's doing that. A deck that I do think, a deck like Ryzeals can benefit off of that, but also Ryzeals, they don't need it. They can just do it anyway. It's we don't need Ultimate Offering to get on the field. We summon each other. We don't need
you. That's another thing. A lot of these days, cards just summon out each other, in their own archetype or just special summon themselves for free.
If you go back a year from now, a year ago with Snake Eyes, it's Snake Eyes don't need that. Would it help? Yeah. But is it needed? No. They can fully function without them.
Why don't they make a spell card version of it? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. I mean, then you got, wasn't it chain summoning? The chain energy. Pay 500 every time you summon.
Yeah.
But
And what's your card?
Jesus, Moon of Close Heaven. I keep calling it Crescent because it looks like a crescent, but it's Moon of the Close Heaven.
Why her?
She is the gateway. She's the gateway drug to Fiendsmith being involved in every other deck. Like that's what makes that's what makes Fiendsmith splashable.
Okay.
Because all it takes is 2 effect monsters to make her. What deck can't get 2 effect monsters out on the field? Like if I wanted to Celtic Guardian, Noble Arms of Celtic Guard, Noble Arm of Celtic Guard, summon each other, go 2 effect monsters, just hit the field, go into Moon Crescent, now have Moon Crescent, it's a light fiend monster, guess what that can summon? That can summon Requiem, like Fiendsmith Requiem, and then Requiem can then go into summon then Fiendsmith Engraver, back into the graveyard, and then you could just go straight into the plays.
So do you think it's like the link lining that you think is like the problem? Because you want to see her banned.
Yeah, I want it banned because I feel like if you ban that card, you cut a lot of decks off from being splashable with Fiendsmith. Because you remember that format when Fiendsmith first came out and every deck had a Fiendsmith engine? That's what makes Fiendsmith an engine, is that one card. You know what I'm saying? Between that and Fable, like I said, even like I said, you can keep Fabled Lori, but if you get rid of that card, that exclusively cuts off every deck in the game that is not a light fiend monster based deck.
Okay.
So it's like you would not be able to play it in your Snake Eyes. You won't be able to play it in Yubel. You won't be able to play it in Ryzeal.
Do you think if she was...
It's the water supply.
But do you think if she was, like, taken away, that the deck would immediately stop topping?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because the only thing you have left... Because the thing that makes Fiendsmith so prevalent is the fact that you can splash... They turn into an engine. And you can splash them in so many other decks. Mm-hmm. And... like right now, there are decks that you can play Fiendsmith with that don't necessarily need the Moon of Close Heaven. Like I'm thinking of Azaminas, like they could still be able to play with Fiendsmith engine because like I have a version of that deck, so I know that's kind of how it works in there. But it cuts off so many others, but it makes it a little bit more streamlined. To be like, kind of like how you said, like, oh, you're interracial deck fuckery. It's like, no, you stay over here in your circle, you stay over there, now who's better? Like, it's
But don't you feel like...
it purifies the game a little bit.
But don't you feel like Fiendsmith will just jump into, like, Fire Kings and, like, Snake Eyes is bad and just be like, I'm here now?
Well, the thing is that they can beat in Fire Kings, but they wouldn't work as well. Because, like I said before...
Still wouldn't be irrelevant.
No, because... Fiendsmith would still exist in some decks, but it won't exist in every deck.
Okay.
And then it won't give every deck that like... Because mind you, all the odds...
I mean, I'm at this point where it's like, I would agree with you, because I'm at this point where it's like, I just want some change. I just want to see this, like, I want this deck to kind of fade away just a little bit. Like, I don't mind seeing that engine. I mean, listen, I'd rather deal with that than dealing with, like, Yubel drove me crazy. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it's like, you know what's the deck that I'm like, low-key, I'm like, I don't want this deck to get any better, is like Unchained. Because like Unchained just
They would go into that too.
Like Unchained just drives me crazy.
I know, the biggest thing I was going to say into that was the Moon of Close Heaven. Mm-hmm. That's one of those cards that helps people play through Nibiru. Okay. Because it goes into that. So, because you get the token, you can use the token and the link climb with other monsters. But it gives those decks that playability through Nibiru. If you cut that off, you cut the water supply off, cut a lot of decks off at the legs, and it doesn't give them the power of extension. Like the same argument that I tried to make with Fable Lori. Yes, Fable Lori would exclusively hurt Fiendsmith, but you getting rid of Moon of Close Heaven exclusively gets rid of so many other decks that are clinging to relevancy to meta. Mm-hmm. They're basically riding the coattails of Fiendsmith. You're gonna take me to the promised land. I lost all my good stuff, but you're gonna take me home. And like, with Moon of Close Heaven is like, sure thing. Because 2 effect monsters, that's it. Mm-hmm. Nobody uses it for no other reason than that. I mean, some people also play it because they go into that Underworld Link 5 one too. Okay. But and it cuts that off too, because that card gets on the field and cuts everything off. So I just think that it would make the game just a little bit more like people can breathe. Like, the meta isn't as crazy. Like, when I say the meta isn't as crazy, not to say, like, oh, it's going to get rid of 1-card combos, get rid of 0-card combos. I feel like it's just going to make the game a little bit more healthier, as in, your deck is your deck, my deck is my deck. It's not like we're all playing the same deck because we all running the same engine. And we all have the same engine, we all have the same extra deck. We just have different pieces of how to get there. That's what Fiendsmith has turned the game into, and I feel like Moon of Close Heaven is a big part of that. You get rid of that, you get rid of a lot of the toxic shit that's going on in the game. That's my argument. I want to save some camera time for the future videos, but let us know what you think about the card he said, the card I said. Comment down below. Look forward to arguing with you guys about that. And until then, his Instagram, my personal channels with dual links, dual master IDs are all in the description down below, and our Discord server, 2 previous videos. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Seno Kaiba. Listen, Kisame and Spidey, I just want to tell you something. You're both third-rate duelists with fourth-rate decks. Oh, and I play my Blue Eyes White Dinosaur.